Hello students, so today we will be starting a new chapter and the name of the chapter is nervous system. So as you know, our body is made out of various parts. Like you have the head part is different, the arm is different, the leg and all the parts are different. So this nervous system, it helps us to connect all the parts together. If this nervous system was not there, your body could not have functioned properly. So this nervous system plays a very important role in connecting all the body parts together and functioning as a single unit. So that's the importance of this nervous system. Now this nervous system also has three parts. Those are, first, the brain, then its spinal cord, and lastly its nerve. So these are the three parts of nervous system which makes it possible to connect all the organs, all the body parts and functioning as a single unit. So the first one which we are going to discuss is the brain. So the brain, as you know, is one of the very most important organ of the human body. So it is also known as the control center of the whole body. So the brain. So let us say this is the brain of human body. So as we all know, brain is the very important part. All the things you do, all the activities you do, from thinking to playing to studying and all, it is controlled by this brain. So what usually happens is the brain sends the signal to your body through spinal cord and through nerves. After sending the signals, we do some function. Suppose the brain is asking us to write, it will send the function through spinal cord and through nerve. It reaches our hand and we are able to write. Suppose you are having some pain. Suppose your finger, you have a cut in your finger. So that time also, through nerve, the pain is traveling and it is going to your brain, and again your brain is responding through nerve and it makes us feel the pain. So brain is one of the very important organs. Now we are going to see some of the parts of the brain. So usually brain has three parts. First one is cerebellum. Then you have cerebellum. And then you have medulla, also known as medulla oblongata. So this is what a brain somewhat looks like. So I have made it this way. So cerebellum is this part of the brain, the main part of the brain, and it is one of the largest part of the brain. Now cerebellum has some of the function we are going to see. Cerebellum is associated with speech and all. So all the emotions you have, the sad emotions and all, the way you talk and all is controlled by cerebellum, and it also has some of the functions. Like it helps us to learn. So whatever you are learning, any language, any mathematics things and all, any problems and all, cerebellum helps you do that. And it also helps in thinking and reasoning. Suppose you are thinking about anything, maybe any problems and all, cerebellum takes the part, and it also controls your movement. The hand movements and all, whichever you are doing, the walking and all, climbing up the stairs, coming down the stairs, it is done by cerebellum, and it also controls your sense organ. So how many sense organs we have? 5. So it is controlled by the cerebellum. All the senses is controlled by cerebellum. Then we have cerebellum. It's one of the very important part of the brain. So usually what it does, it helps in controlling the involuntary muscles. Now involuntary and voluntary muscles. Okay. So first of all, I will explain you voluntary muscles. Now voluntary muscles, these are those muscles which come under your, which can come under your control. Like there are some muscles in the body which can come under your control. Those are your voluntary muscles. Now cerebellum, it is related to this voluntary muscles and all. Suppose some muscles in your leg, you can move, like you have seen bodybuilders and all, like they have very well developed body. So while doing some flexes and all, while doing some stretching, they can control some of their muscles in the body, the bodybuilders and all. So that time it is controlled with those controlling muscles are known as the voluntary muscles, and cerebellum helps in that voluntary muscles. Now another part is it also helps you maintain body balance. Like some people, those usually who are usually drunk, those people, whenever they are drunk, their cerebellum is affected by drinking alcohol. So that's why they are not able to maintain their body balance. And finally, we have medulla oblongata, also known as the brainstem. So it's one of the very important organs. Now what does medulla do? It controls the involuntary muscle. What it does? It controls the involuntary muscles. Now involuntary muscles include those muscles which are not controlled by your body. Example, your heartbeat. You cannot control your heartbeat. No matter how much you try to stop your breath, but you will not be able to control your heartbeat. So involuntary muscles come under medulla oblongata. So what it does, it is related to your involuntary muscles, your medulla oblongata. Now we try to see the location. Cerebrum is out here. Cerebrum. So the small organ which you can see out here, small portion, this is your cerebellum. And finally, this portion, the part. So this part is connected to your spinal cord, which comes after your brain. So this one is known as a medulla. So with this, we discuss all the parts of the brain.